morning and welcome back to Guided Reading for this week. Now yesterday we explored the front cover of Fish and Chips and you had to go at making a prediction about what might happen in the story. I've loved seeing some of your predictions that you sent to the reception email address, so keep your work coming after today's session as well. Let's have a look at what we're doing today. Our learning objective for today is to read a simple sentence. We've had a go at reading simple words, so now we're going to apply that knowledge into reading sentences. Our key vocabulary for today is word, sentence, phonics, blend, and strategy. Have a think about what these words mean. Our reading strategy for this week is using our sounds. So we're going to try really hard to use the sounds that we've been learning to enable us to read the words and the sentences. Let's get those brains warm by having a go at a warm-up activity first. Okay, I am going to orally blend a word and you need to have a go at pointing to the correct picture. The first one. B-at. And our turn. B-at. Bat. Well done if you pointed to the bat. Let's have a go at the next one. Okay, listening carefully to the sounds I say. Have a go at blending those sounds together. Sh, o, p. Our turn. Sh, o, p. Shop. Well done if you pointed to the shop. Okay, now we're going to play a quick warm-up game. You need to point to the word that I robot talk or say. Are you ready? This. This. He. Chip. Chip. My. Fish. Fish. She. Shop. Shop. Okay, I think we are nice and warm and ready to read some of today's story. Now we know that the book is called Fish, Fish and Chips, Chips, Fish and Chips. And we know that there are going to be these characters in the story because we can see them on the front cover. We read the blurb in yesterday's session, which told us that Ron Rabbit works in a fish and chip shop. But he's feeling fed up. Shall we find out why he's feeling fed up? Let's have a look. This is the first page of the story Fish and Chips. Have a look at the picture. Who can you see? You're right, we can see Ron Rabbit. And if we look really carefully at the picture, I can see a sign on this store. The sign says Fish and Chip Shop and Cafe. Maybe Ron Rabbit is going to work. We know that he works in a fish and chip shop. Let's have a look at the sentence we can see at the top of the page. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you. Together, we are going to read this sentence. I can see it's a sentence because there is a capital letter at the start and a full stop at the end. Let's read it together. This. This. Is. Kangaroo jump. This is. Ron. And we saw this word when we were reading the blurb. Rabbit. Rabbit. Kangaroo jump. This is Ron Rabbit. Who is the character that we can see? And how do we know Ron is a rabbit? You're right. The sentence told us. The sentence said, "This is Ron Rabbit." We can use the clues in the text to help us find out more information. We know that Ron is a rabbit, and this is what he looks like. Let's look at the next page. We're just going to have a look at the pictures on this page to start with, using our other reading strategy that we know, which is looking at the pictures to help us understand the text. Ron Rabbit looks really happy here. It looks like he's got a smile on his face. Why do you think Ron Rabbit has a smile on his face? And up at the top here, we can see some writing. We can see that there's a capital letter at the start, but what's this at the end? It's a full stop. Let's have a look at this sentence to see if it can help us understand what's happening in this part of the story. I've made the sentence a little bit bigger here for you so we can read it together. Off we go. I hope you've got your robot arms out. Let's try it again. Ron has kangaroo jump. Ron has a job in kangaroo jump. Ron has a job in a fish. And Ron has a job in a fish and chip shop. Kangaroo jump. Ron has a job in a fish and chip shop. And at the end there is a full stop, which means it's the end of the sentence. Let's have a go at echo reading this time. I'm going to read the sentence and then you're going to repeat it after. My turn. Ron has a job in a fish and chip shop. Your turn. Great reading. Having a look at the picture again, who do you think Ron is taking the food to? How do you know that? I think Ron is taking the food to this family here. I think he's taking the food to this family because there are 1, 2, 3 meals on the tray, and sitting at the table are 1, 2, 3 people. So I think the food is for this family here. Did you think the same? Have a look at the pictures on this page. How do you think the characters are feeling? Tell your grown-ups. You're right. I think the characters might be feeling stressed or worried. Ron's smile has disappeared from his face. He doesn't look happy anymore. He's got a different facial expression. And what's this that I can see here? It's a speech bubble. And what does it mean if there's a speech bubble? Someone is talking. Let's make that speech bubble a little bit bigger so we can see what the lady is saying. Your turn first. I'll point to the sounds as you read them. Kangaroo jump. Kangaroo jump and try and read the sentence all together this time. And our turn. We're going to check. This. Fish. Fish. Kangaroo jump. This fish is ooh. Digraph ooh. Ooh. Two. Kangaroo jump. This fish is too hot. Hot. This fish is too hot. How does the lady describe the food? She says the food is too hot. Would you like to eat fish and chips that are too hot? Tell your grown-ups and explain why or why not. I wouldn't like to eat fish that is too hot. It might burn my mouth. Oh, poor Ron Rabbit has had his first complaint of the day. The lady complained about her meal. What did she say was wrong with the meal? The fish is too hot. You're right. I'm going to stop reading the book there for today because I'm going to give you a thinking question. I'd like you to think about where you would go for dinner if you could go anywhere. And what would you order? So where would you go and what would you order if you could have anything? I know what mine would be. What would your meal be if you could have anything you wanted right now? Have some time to think and then come back and join me to find out what your chili challenges are for today. Maybe your grown-up could tell you where they would go and what they would order as well. See you in a second. So here are your chili challenges for today. Chili 1 is to find each word as your grown-up says them and point to the word. You might like to make your own in your book as I suggested yesterday, or you can just use my version on the screen. Chili 2. For this challenge, you need to compare the words below. Do any of the words have graphemes that are the same? Remember, a grapheme is how the sound is written, and a phoneme is the sound it makes. So you're looking for any graphemes that are the same. Chili 3. I think all of these words have digraph sh in. Am I right or wrong? And how do you know? I hope you've enjoyed reading a little bit more of this week's story, Fish and Chips, with me today. We're going to pick it back up tomorrow to see what happens and to see how Ron Rabbit feels in tomorrow's part of the story. Good luck with your chili challenges, and don't forget that I'm going to carry on reading the rest of Alien Tea in Planet Zomzie next. You might like to do what I suggested yesterday and pause the video and come back to it as your bedtime story, or you can listen to it now. We managed to read half of this story yesterday, So I'm going to recap what happened yesterday, and I'm going to carry on all the way to the end of the book. I hope you enjoy. See you tomorrow, everyone. Bye. Alien tea on planet Zomzie. If you take your rocket to the outer edge of space, you'll come across a funny little alien place. The alien peoples call it Planet Zomzie, and they're meeting here today for a special picnic tea. It seems really quiet and there's no one around. Hey, just a minute now. What's that sound? It's a travelling machine and the creature's getting out. Wow, they're all bright green. They've bought a bag of biscuits all bendy and round. When you take a bite, they make a musical sound. It's an alien party on planet Zomzie, so bring along some goodies for the alien tea. Now what's this here? A crazy kind of capsule is beginning to appear. A door slides open with a click and a whir, and out come the creatures all covered with fur. They're jolly and they're yellow and they're carrying a cake. It wiggles and giggles when they give it a shake. It's an alien party on planet Zomzie, so bring along some goodies for the alien tea. Zing, zing, a zang! What a tingly little tune. A space shuttle's landing, it'll be here soon. Down comes a ladder and out pops a head. This bunch of aliens are bold, round and red. They're juggling with trays of pizza from space. It rises when you want it and then hovers near your face. It's an alien party on planet Zomzie, so let's get started with the alien tea. What would you take to an alien party? Zang, clang, bang! What a rockety row! A monster in a moonship is landing right now. He huffs and he hurries, he can see that he's late. Here he comes puffing with a big round plate. I wonder what he's got in there. It's loaded with dollops all gloopy and blue. They quiver and shiver like rubbery goo. They're humming and they're glowing like magical jelly and hissing with steam which is purple and smelly. The aliens holler and some hold their nose. Some shake their bottoms and some wave their toes. Then they all shout together, "We're not eating those!" Oh no. He looks like he might be feeling sad. Poor old monster, he's sliding away. But as he wobbles off, what's happening? Hey! One little alien, bold, round and red, scuttles to the plate, then swivels his head. He sticks out a feeler to give the gloop a prod. He picks it and licks it, he's starting to nod. He scoops it and slurps it, then gives a long sigh. "This stuff is yummy, just give it a try." Quickly the others come whiffling around. They start to dip in with a dollopy sound. It looks a bit yucky as it sits on the plate. It's gloopy, but it tastes just great. The little red alien bleeps a loud shout. "Hey there, monster, don't be left out. Come back and party, stay here with us. We're sorry we hurt you by making a fuss." Monster cheers up and he wobbles their way. They jump up and down and they all cheer, "Yay!" Oh, I'm glad the little red alien made him feel better. It's an alien party on planet Zomzie, and we're all tucking into our alien tea. The food is so yummy, they fill up their tummies. But look who's coming. It's the alien mummies. Look at the alien pushchair. They warble goodbyes with a burble and bleep. It's getting near bedtime, they'll soon need their sleep. They zip off, they zap off, they spin into space, till all we can see is a quiet, still space. And no one would guess, if they came to Zomzie, that this was the home of the alien tea.